set wherever I can left it. Okay.
Close. Welcome to stream 3. Go. This. Go here. Here. Okay. And now we wait while the game compiles shaders. Yay! That's super fun. So just so y'all know, anytime the game updates, it's going to do this compiling shaders stuff, and it can take like 3 or 4 minutes. It's not super fun. So while we do that, we're just gonna go to just chatting. And we're gonna adjust everything. There we go. That way you guys can actually hear me. So welcome in whoever shows up. Today we are going to be building a little bit more on our base because we have to actually make a sand bike, and if you don't have it sheltered, it will be destroyed the next time a storm comes through. The fun thing about that is, well, then you have to go back and collect items and make a new bike. And the Shrike says boost the mic a bit more. Okay. See if I can do this. Is that any better? might be able to do advanced audio properties. Let's boost this and this. Alrighty. Okay, so I boosted a bit more. Hopefully that's better. Still compiling shaders. Shrike, how do I sound now? I mean, there's no game sound yet, but there we go.
I dream of it.
Skip the cutscene. They gotta fix that. So every single time you start up the game, they try to make you watch the intro cutscene again. Perfect. Thank you. I do have my YouTube chat up, but it's a little hard to see right now. So give me a second while I load in. There we go. Okay. So the big fun is I have to figure out how to get this base to protect my sand bike. And I think if I come back around this backside, I just may not be able to do it. Well, that's gonna kinda suck. Maybe I can build something over here, like a little, I don't know, carport or something. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start making sand bike parts. Yes, I know, welding, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you need the PSU, chassis. Why are these not available? Because I don't have enough copper. Okay, so I'm going to have to go get copper. So let's go do that. Oh, and some nice person just moved in. I wonder who this is. So I know we've got copper over here. And apparently someone has used it all. That's okay. Just run around, see what's changed. So I will be pretty much streaming almost every other day. Well, that was a fair amount of copper ore. Let's go see if we can find a little bit more, just because. Yeah, there's some over there. I see it. Because we're going to need a lot of copper for this. Also, once we get the sandbike made, we're going to have to run around a bit and get some more power packs, because we will be going to the next area today, probably. But the sandbike takes a whole lot of copper. And apparently this server has gotten busy, because that is way more worm activity than I expected. Yeah. It's a lot more worm activity than I expected. Okay, let's go see if we can refine this. We may need more. Oh, there we go. Yep, and there's another one. I'm just going to grab that one too. Actually, no. I'm just going to go kill this person.
Reveal yourself. Get up!
There we go. Finger placement problem. Alright, back home. And then we go here. Yay! Let's make a bunch ton. Sit on that. Let's check our blood extractor. deposit what we have. Might as well drink a little bit. Put some power packs in there. There we go. Fixing that, sorry. Sorry, Shrike. Sorry. Yeah, I ran around for like 3 minutes and didn't show anything. That's bad. I mean, it wasn't very eventful. All I was doing was grabbing copper and stuff. Alright. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to refill my hydration while this copper is processing, and then we're going to make a bike. Hold on, folks. I'll be back in a second. I need to grab something. Alright, trying to charge that. Alrighty, so 51 copper. What just went ding? What went ding? Something went ding. Alright, well, something went ding. That's fun. Now we go over here. So, honestly, the very, very most important first step is making the sand bike. yeah, you're running around. But once you get the sand bike, you'll understand. I am going to have to find a way with where I put my base to make a enclosed bay for it. Because if a storm comes through, it will 100% destroy your bike. So I'm just going to let those cook in there. Thinking I might be able to attach it somewhere over here. Not quite sure. Yeah, there's a part. And then also I have to go here. Because I have to build. I will not be able to put it together. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I can't do it here. I've got to do it in the fabricator too. Okay. You have to have this welding tool. If you do not have a welding tool, you cannot assemble the bike. So I'm going to have to make that. And I'm going to have to get more copper. Well, that's running back out for more copper. That's the other thing, is I'm going to have to get a better cuttery tool. More copper. More copper. So also, when there are more people in the server near you, resources respawn faster. Which kind of makes sense. But it also tends to try to make people clump up. But if you guild up and actually have like a guild base, which you don't want to do in this very first starting area, because part of the main quest is you have to abandon your first base, which is kind of why I tucked it up here and made it very small. Okay, so the fuels are good. Also, when you do this stuff, it actually eats your fuel faster. So you'll see active, you'll see the unit uptime, and your total uptime, which right now I've got 8 days, 13 hours, and 25 minutes, and that's fine. However, anytime you use anything, the fabricator, the blood processor, the ore refinery, anything, it increases the fuel cost. And that's something the game does not tell you at all. Yeah, okay, we're good there. I think 15 might be enough. See if 15 is enough. Vehicle. There we go. Welding tool. And then 2 more treads. And you may be wondering why I have 2 welding tools. I'm going to leave one in a box. There's a very, very specific reason for that. If you die, you will not lose your building tool, your main knife, whatever gun you have, your binoculars, but you will lose your repair tool and welding tool anytime you die. Okay. Escape. And we go to our inventory. And by the way, your inventory does kind of expand infinitely. We're going to replace that.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Nope. We're going to go run inside and sit for a bit. Fun. Freaking sandstorms. I mean, I guess I can technically try before it actually hits to make a little bay. Oh, that's going to be fun to get into, I guess.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Why is it putting the outer faces the wrong way? Yeah. Anyways, I gotta get inside or I'm gonna die. So see how my health's going down? Yeah, you die really fast if you're out in a sandstorm. That little red icon right up there at the top, that's a worm. Alright, well, I guess we're going to heal up a little bit. We're going to go back over here. And then we're going to try and put some more faces out. Still don't know why it's doing that. Also, I don't have enough materials. That's super fun. We're going to have to build some kind of ramp to get our bike in there, I think. It's my left alt. Why are you not rotating? No, you need to rotate. Screw you. Doesn't really too much matter. Gonna have to put a big door. Where's the big door? Do I not have the big door? Yeah, that's doors. Where's my big door? Where's my big door? shit, I don't have a big door. Yeah, fucking bastards. Man. I've got to figure out how to get a damn big door. I just wasted all that damn time. Alrighty. Well, let's make us a sand bike. Shall we? I think we shall. So I do have the welding tool. That's going to be 3. Perfect. Gotta let me out, buddy. Oh, I gotta make a fuel cell. Forgot about that. Escape. Escape. Fuel cell, fuel cell, fuel cell. We'll make one of those too. Do those in crafting, maybe? We'll do that, but I need to make a freaking fuel cell. Where do I make a fuel cell? No. Oh, that's why. I need another freaking refinery. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go back to research. We've got this. Now we need to do this. And then we have to do this. of course I need more frickin' copper. This one. There we go. There we go. Think there's one right here. So a lot of people ignore those ones that are on the sides. Do not ignore those. They give more copper than the ones on the ground. By like quite a bit. So see, that one only gave me like 10, but the ones on the side of the walls are giving me like 20 copper. This one may not. It's kind of small. Actually, no, yeah. The ones on the walls give you a whole lot more copper.
Reveal yourself.
Really, dude? Bastard. I was just trying to cool down. Literally all I was trying to do was get cool. You had to be a dick and come shoot me, or stab me, as it were.
Who's there?
And even more buttholes. Tired of the buttholes. Also this stuff, so you see these marks here? Those are different clans, and then if you cut this stuff, you get special, it's called, I think, micro sandwich fiber, which very early game is super important, but later on is not quite so much. Scan that? I can. Can I hit it? There we go. Now, do remember you do have an encumbrance, so if you get over encumbered, you run slower and make more noise when you're on the sand, which means more Shai-Hulud can catch you. And once that worm catches you, you're kinda hosed. And again, water's low. Now, I'll put it right over here, I think. Oh, it's right there. There it is. There we go. Now, yep, now I gotta go find some fuel cells. Kind of wonder who this dude is right here, but not super worried about him.
Someone's here. Someone's here. Enemy sighted.
Oh, that was stupid. Let's fix this shit up. There we go. I am looking for the big ass fuel cells. They should be around here somewhere. Basically, they look like Legos. There we go. See? The big old Legos. That's what I want. Oh, someone's gonna get kneed in the face. Any fuel cells? There's a fuel cell. Fuel cells in there. Yep, we're gonna take those. Also take the gold. Yeah, salvage metal. And once again, don't ever get in those lights. If you do, you are screwed, at least early game. No fuel cells there. No fuel cells there. Someone was dumb. Don't ever do this. If you put your base here, bad things will happen to it. Just kind of the way it is. Alright, we're going to go in here. Kill him. Yeah, I'll take your bandage. Where you at? Where you at? Yep, nope. You're gonna die too. Do we have anything good in here? Lots of good stuff in there. No fuel cells, but still lots of good stuff in there. Alright. We may have enough fuel cells. I'm going to run around this way and see if I can... Yep, there's some more right there. There we go. We may have enough. Worm came by. Thankfully, where I currently live, worms can't actually touch me. Always run through these little areas. Because you can always find really cool stuff that actually really helps out. I mean, it may not be super important to you at the exact moment you're doing it, but it's pretty much a very, very survival game. Alright, let's get home. Let's jump past our buddy here who kind of was a dick and just built right on my porch. Let's go to our little new toy there. And we'll do this. And then now, yeah.
That's it, Offworlder. You're ready. I'm waiting at Mirzabah. That's the great rock formation that looks like a giant hammer. Be careful. Vehicles are fast, but nothing can outrun Shai-Hulud. You can only hope to get between safe areas more quickly. I'll see you soon.
So, how are you not fueled? So here's the fun thing about this stuff. Yeah, you can slalom. You can also do your best to outrun worms. And occasionally, you're lucky. Where's a worm? There's a worm. So some people call it worm racing. It's not the smartest thing in the world, but it can be entertaining on occasion. But as you can see, it has problems with hills. Also, it will occasionally automatically adjust your view. Other bonuses are if you are on the bike, 0 water loss and 0 sun damage. So, research advanced instruction set, interact with advanced Subviv console. So that's going to be very, very fun. So let's go back to research. Let's go here. That's still locked. Something's unlocked here. Ah. Yeah, we're going to research that because those are important. That's also kind of important. Okay. So most of that's done. Let's go here, see what we have. Multi-pistol versus Mala pistol kit. Not sure that we need that just yet. That allows you to make a new base just based upon a thing. Recycler's important. Cutlery Mark 1, that's much, much better. It's a power pack. We have here, I'm going to need another one of those. So we'll do that. And what do we have here? That's what I want right there. So this right here, this vehicle backup tool, very important because it literally takes your vehicle out of the game and then puts it back in. The reason why that is important is because if you can't build a base that has a garage per se, you can just back it up and then throw it back out. I don't know that I need a back seat. That's just kind of odd, but yeah, I don't really need a glow tube. Got almost everything here except for it's still showing something. Is that it? No, I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. I've got that. Maybe it's the blood extractor, but it's not showing unlocked. So, let's go to skills. Let's go to trooper. It's minus 20% on cooldowns. This. Yes, this. That is getting equipped. I've seen that before, and that is 100% getting equipped. Then I need more skill points. Alright, so while I'm still on the base here, I'm going to take a very quick bio break. Yes, I know, abandoned vehicle. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the fabricator first, because that's where I can make this. Because the very last thing I want to do is have my freaking bike I spent all that money on. I don't need the binoculars right now. So what I can do is I can do this. Go to 4. And storm my vehicle. And then I can put it anywhere I want, too. I mean, it's got to have room, but... Oh, yeah, it does use welding wire. Alright, we're going to do that. And then we're going to make a bunch of those. While I go to the bathroom, I'm going to close the camera, guys. But I'll be back in just a few. Alright, folks, sorry about that. Just a little too much aiming fluid, so I had to take care of that issue. So let's go play with our new toy real quick. I just want to show you what this Hunter Seeker is. So we're going to go back to our knife. We're going to come down here. We're going to heal up a little bit real quick. We're going to come over here. And we're going to see... Yep, there they are. So Q. You just throw it out, and it blows people up. And I missed. Pretty sure I missed. So we're going to have to let that reset. But then I am going to shoot them.
Someone here.
Yeah.
Someone's here. Found them.
Oh, that is super fun. So now we have to go to the Vermilion Gap. I'm going to make sure that I have plenty of water. Probably drop a lot of stuff off. There we go. There we go. And let's look at all the fun stuff we unlocked. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the multi-pistols. They're just not super great. I am going to need to make one of those. And I'm going to have to make one of those. We're going to go here. Oh, I did get the Emperor's Wings. That's kind of nice. Yes. Let's learn that. So this passive suspensor belt is basically broken. So we're going to unequip that. And we're just going to drop it. And then we're going to put that there. This one's pretty much broken too. So we're just going to drop that one. Power pack is okay, but we needed this, so... And then... Oh, this is a glitch. Most of this stuff was used. Well, that's fun. Well, just in case people decide to join my army, let's try and pack some of this stuff for them, huh? Alrighty. Done. Okay. So then let's go here. Let's go to research. Advanced construction kit. Where is that? It says to research it, but I'm not seeing it. It's a recycler, that's cutlery, that's power pack. It's a soiloid replicator. Maybe I have to get there before I can research it. Not quite sure. So you'll also note, so these are highlighted because I have them, or have had them. It says 0, I can't make another one. So the number down on the side tells you how many you can make. So I mean, technically I could make Emperor's Wings, but because I have the Shiga Claw, I don't need to. So what I have to do is I have to go from here all the way up here. So what I can do is I can come here. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that one, but that's okay. I can go here. Let's drive north, research, and basically kind of start over. And I'm almost worse at driving than Kansas. So here comes a worm. I can jump. There we go. Yep. You heard me. And you missed me. Okay, Mr. Worm. Come get me. Nope. Wow. Shit, that was close. Okay. That's that is what we call worm racing, folks. Yep. He was that close. And now I've got iron. I hear people shooting. Why? Why shooting? No shooting. Well, apparently this area is pretty spicy. Let's go back here. Let's go to research and see if we can actually research something new. Because it specifically told me advanced construction kit. There we go. Confirm. And, of course, I need salvage metal. Of course I do. Should have freaking known that. And now I'm dead. And that's why you don't go in a light. If you go in the light beam, you die. Wow, shit. Stuff's broken too. Well, that's not great. Nothing here to take.
That's the enemy. Let's get the bastard.
Not really where I wanted to be, but that's okay. Alright, well, let's see how we do. Yeah, I may not survive the worm this time. Now my corpse is around here somewhere. There it is. Gotta avoid that bastard. He's the one who got me last time. salvage metal.
Shield on! I require backup!
Wow. Running. Running. Tuck behind. And heal. And run again.
Who's there? What?
Alright guys, I know I've been quiet for a while, but this is getting a little crazy. It's like literally, where can I place this? I mean, the hell? Can I place it there? There we go. Alright guys, I think I'm going to take a quick break. I'm just going to exit out.